Hi, I'm Jeanne Fiorini, and thanks for being here at the Tarot Tips. Well, here we find ourselves once again at the turn of the year. I'm pretty sure we all experience the quickness with which this comes around. Time is genuinely flying by. I think it's safe to say that we've had a challenging year. Between global politics, economics, environmental stresses, pandemics, we're all dealing with a lot. So I thought I would do a general kind of end of the year reading. It's not really intended to be specific to individuals. I guess my thought or my intention about this is more to have it be for us as a collective. And I do have 3 specific questions that I'm going to ask of the cards. One, what can we take away from this past 12 months? In other words, what have we accomplished? What have we learned? What maybe has been established? The second question is going to be, to what can we strive in 2023? What might be some helpful goals for us, some best possible outcomes? And then card 3, or the second question, is going to be, what can help guide or point us in a positive, healthy direction of balance and well-being? So a helper card at the end. Again, take what feels relevant, as with any reading. Take what feels relevant and let the rest go. Again, keeping in mind that my intention here is for us as a collective. And I guess I'll also say here preemptively that if you're seeing this video, it's because whatever I get during this live reading, I feel is helpful or useful for us as a group. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll go to the tarot table, see what we see. All right, so we're ready to go. See what wisdom the tarot might want to impart to us as we move from 2022 and look ahead to the year 2023. So the first card or cards, I'm not sure how many will want to come out, will focus on the thought, what can we take away from the experiences of the past 12 months? What have we established? What have we got under our belt? So I'm going to draw a couple of cards maybe. Let's see. That one, and we'll take this one. All right. Devil and the King of Cups. Well, if we wanted a card to address all the difficulties that seem to be cast upon us, it would be the Devil card. Specifically, the Devil card I have associated with the pandemic because the word pandemic comes from the Greek root Pan, the god Pan, who was the god of chaos. And in the Crowley deck in particular, the Thoth deck, it's the Devil card depicts the god Pan in sort of a mischievous way, but I don't think we see much humor in some of the things we have been subjected to. We could look at that and see the pressure of global politics. We could see the economic pressures there. We could see the pressures on the physical world. The Devil's ruled by Capricorn. So there's a whole lot of, we've gotten ourselves in a very sticky situation. what card comes with it is kind of its companion. I think of the King of Cups. I will leave it reversed because that way it's facing the Devil card. The King of Cups has, for me, two sides. One which is very loving and kind and generous and emotionally supportive. The other side is codependent, is tied to what it can get out of something rather than what is maybe good for everyone. So the King of Cups does not like to let go of things. The King of Cups is a card that shows a really strong tie and attachment to emotional familiarity, let's say. So this is a very challenging combination in terms of emotions, how our emotions and our expectations and our wants and needs are tied into our physicality, our health, our economics, our sense of how the external world sometimes feels like it can manipulate us. So, if the question is, what's the takeaway? That really looks like we still have work to do around how we deal with the quote devils in our life, the things that we feel like we can't control, the things that we feel are real, quote, and how we might kind of do the dance with those things, how we might be entwined with certain ideas, patterns that really aren't the only reality. So, I mean, this is a combination of cards I could probably talk about for the next 15 minutes, but I won't. So essentially, it feels like we're caught up in our suffering. There's a lot of external blame here. This does not feel liberated. This feels tied into suffering. There's something about blame and suffering that feels like we still have a little work to do. Let's see what else we get. So the second question, what can we strive toward in 2023? Well, with this first combination, should be interesting. Let's see what we get. Let's see, we'll take that one and this one. Striving toward, thank goodness. Couple of twos. I'm going to leave them reversed because the reverseness feels like it doesn't matter what we imagine, we just need to make some changes. So we see twos and they're open. I'm so glad to see some flow. Those first couple of cards are a little locked in. So I like this. What can we strive for? We have to be flexible. We have to be able to see things differently. We have to be able to try new things. We have to take new approaches to things. This Pentacle is very practical. This Two of Wands is very imaginal and creative in how we envision the future. So what can we strive for? Flexibility, new horizons, brand new ways of being. And I think there's some experiment in here with the twos. Twos always hold a duality, you know, this and this, or maybe this, or maybe this. So it's all about kind of holding things lightly, but being open and really putting our attention in a brand new direction. This Two of Wands doesn't think about the past, it only thinks about the future. What can help us? What can help us? Let's cards. I'm going to pick these two up here. Very interesting. Pentacle cards. 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Well, you know, as with all readings and videos that I put out, I'm happy and interested to hear what people think. There's, again, a lot I think we could say about this last combination. And so it's Pentacles. And both of these Pentacle cards, the 9 and the 3, both of them are solid and secure. Even the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Pretty stable card there. But the thing I see is that this is about the individual. This is about community. And so I think it's going to help us to remember that the individual can stay secure, but it needs to be connected to community. This is individual well-being. This is the foundation for collaboration. I think we have to get out of that. What's good for me, and amassing what we can amass for ourselves in our own personal piece of the pie. It comes up reversed, which says to me, you can still have a very good piece of the pie. We don't get a card of deprivation there. We get the highest card that we can get of individual attainment, 9 of Pentacles. But it comes up reversed. So it feels like I don't have to give that up, but that isn't the highest goal. The what can guide us is taking that and working in community with others to create a foundation, to create a new sense of security and stability. So it's very interesting to see the thread. I'm going to see if I can zoom this out here a little bit. Oh, wrong way. Let me go this way. There we go. To see this thread of Pentacles. So to see this thread of the stability, security, safety in the physical world. Right now, we're not feeling it. Devil. There's other things that seem to be sitting on us. We see this 2 of Pentacles opening up new practices. And then these last 2 Pentacles. So out of these cards, 6 cards, 4 Pentacle cards, 1 Wand, creative visioning, and the Cup card, which really isn't much help here. The hanging on to what we have, the attachment to the old way. So I think there's a lot, you know, I think that just scratches the surface of what could be here in this reading. I think there's a lot of wisdom here. I do think that, you know, anyone who's interested in tarot probably has the higher, if you want to say, or the spiritual goal in mind. And these cards really point to the reflection of the spirit in the physical world, that we have to take care of some basic things right now, and that the challenges of the Devil card, fear, global fears, economic anxiety, political disagreements, environmental issues. We've got to break into new patterns, new everyday things, everyday ways that we do things. Less of a focus on the individual, more of a focus on collaboration. This 9 of Pentacles says to me that the individual will not suffer. You still get to keep your solidity and your security, but yours is dependent on others, and we need to work together to create security so other things can flourish. Well, I look forward to your input on these very interesting cards here, and I wish you all a happy end of 2022 and a peaceful and secure 2023. See you next time.